An incredible human being. Leba, Dara, Mark, and the family of Neil Sedaka pay heartfelt tribute after his death at 86. She went to work in a department store to buy him a piano. Neil Sedaka's mother, Eleanor, could not afford one. But a second-grade teacher had seen something in her boy, something undeniable and urgent, and told her that the gift had to be nurtured. And so Eleanor Sedaka did what mothers do when they believe completely in their child. She took a job. She saved the money. She bought a second-hand upright piano for their two-bedroom apartment in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, where 11 relatives lived under one roof. She managed his career for years after that, standing in the wings of a life she had made possible. On the 27th of February 2026, that life came to an end. Neil Sedaka died in Los Angeles at the age of 86, taken by ambulance to hospital after feeling unwell at home that morning. By afternoon, he was gone. The family he left behind: his wife of 64 years Leba, their daughter Dara, their son Mark, and 3 grandchildren, spoke to the world with the quiet dignity of people who had loved a great man privately long before the world loved him publicly. Their statement, released on Friday and posted to Neil's Instagram account, said everything that needed to be said and nothing that did not. Our family is devastated by the sudden passing of our beloved husband, father and grandfather, Neil Sedaka, a true rock and roll legend, an inspiration to millions, but most importantly, at least to those of us who were lucky enough to know him, an incredible human being who will be deeply missed. Most importantly, an incredible human being. In a world that reduces artists to their greatest hits, this family chose to remember the man first. Leba Strassberg had been at Neil's side since 1962, the year they married. The year Breaking Up Is Hard to Do went to #1 for the first time. She had lived through the wilderness years of the mid-1960s, when the Beatles swept away the Brill Building sound and the hits dried up almost overnight. She had packed up their home and followed him to England in the early 1970s, when he went looking for a second chance. She had been there when Elton John gave him that chance. She had been there for every comeback, every standing ovation, every night he came off stage still buzzing from the crowd. Neil himself once said of performing, "It's that adrenaline rush. It's like a natural high when you're in front of an audience." For 64 years, Leba had watched that natural high from the wings. Their daughter Dara had her own musical memory of her father. The 1980 duet they recorded together, "Should Have Never Let You Go," which became a genuine hit. She chose not to pursue a music career after that, but the bond between father and daughter was sealed in melody, the way bonds in the Sedaka family always were. Their son Mark became a film and television writer, the storytelling instinct passed down from a man who spent his entire life turning emotion into art. Beyond the family, tributes poured in from the industry that Neil had helped shape. Carole King, the girl he had once loved in high school, the girl he had immortalized in "Oh Carol," wrote on Facebook, "Neil Sedaka was so talented, and he inspired me to follow my dream of being a songwriter. With love and gratitude and condolences to his family." Mickey Dolenz of the Monkees described him on Instagram as one of those rare songwriters who could do it all. The Sedaka family asked for privacy as they begin to grieve a loss that is, in their own word, sudden. They had not had time to prepare. None of us had. Neil Sedaka wrote his first song at 13. He was still writing in his 80s. In between, he gave the world 67 years of melody, and he gave his family 67 years of himself. The world got the music, they got the man. And on Friday, reading their words, it was abundantly clear which of those two gifts was the greater one.